Well, hey guys, it's AJ Unlimited here to bring you another video. I moved the camera back a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know. The last video I made, it was like right here, and my face was like this, and I didn't like it, so I moved it back. So another quick little story time, I guess. I just kind of pretty much thought up this like 5 minutes ago. So I was trying to think of another story to tell. My last one was ghost stories. And I might make a part two to that actually, because I did think of a few others, but that'll be another day as if it's requested, I guess. But yeah, today I'm telling the story of the time that I drank 22 beers in one sitting. That title may be a little bit misleading, to be honest with you. I don't even really know myself, and I'll get into that in just a second. But we're gonna go back about a year and a half to my 22nd birthday, and it was like literally the day before that day. I don't even remember what day that actually was. I think my actual birthday was on a Monday. My manager, I worked at Jimmy John's at the time. I don't know if I should mention that, but whatever. I don't work there anymore, so fuck it. My manager said, "You know you have to drink 22 beers on your for your 22nd birthday, right?" And I'm like, "I didn't know that." But I'm up for the challenge, and at first I didn't take it too seriously. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that." But I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? That actually sounds like a little bit of fun. So I went home that day and I decided that's what I'm gonna do. So on Tuesday, the April 18th, my birthday, after I do believe I worked that day, and I think I did work the next day too. Went home and I bought a 30 pack of Busch Light. And actually, me and my brother both were, we were gonna plan on drinking the beers. But I specifically told him, I said, listen, you can only have 8 of these because I have to drink the rest. I have to drink 22 of these 30 beers. He's like, all right, cool. So we started guzzling down beers and we started talking, listening to some music. And, at first I was going like a champ, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 beers in. I'm like, oh, I got this, no problem. 22 beers. So we keep going. I'm on like beer 7, beer 8. And, I'm starting to definitely feel it at that point. And then at that point we started shotgunning beers just because it was kind of getting late, and I think he had work too the next day. For those of you who don't know what shotgunning a beer is, by the way, it's basically it only works as far as I know. It only works with aluminum with cans. You open up the top. I think you wait. I'm trying to remember which one you do first. I think you open up the top first, and then you punch a hole in it at the bottom, and then you just like you literally just chug it. So we started shotgunning beers, and I think we shotgun one beer, and it was like we kind of made a competition out of it, like, oh, who can shotgun a beer the fastest. And the problem is I have like sensitive teeth to cold stuff, and obviously they were cold, so it was a little tricky for me. Like my two front teeth, right there, they're like really sensitive to cold stuff. So plus the carbonation was a bitch trying to chug those beers, but I did it anyway, and most of it ended up like on my shirt and on the floor. But I was already pretty drunk at that point, so I didn't even care. And I'm like, fuck, like he beat me. And I think we did another one right after that as like a rematch, and then we decided to take a little break. And at this point, I think we were like probably 9 beers in, at least I was. And that's when things started to get a little bit interesting. We didn't do anything too crazy. It was just the two of us. I didn't like, it's not like I went out or anything. We didn't go to a party or a bar. It was just we were sitting at home doing this, and honestly, I don't even remember half of that night. But I just remember I was like 10 or 11, maybe more beers in, and I'm thinking, well, I got like 8 more beers left. I just remember thinking like I got 7 or 8 more beers left, and at that point, I had pretty much assumed that my brother drank, probably more than 8 beers himself. So I pretty much failed the challenge at that point, but I don't really know, to be honest. Like, I don't know, because, yeah, I think by the time I got to like 12 beers, we were literally shotgunning one beer after another at this point because of time. Like, it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and we both needed to be at work the next day. So this whole thing was not a good idea. But it was my birthday, and I was not going to miss out on this event, especially since it's beer. Like, you can't turn down. It's your birthday, you got to drink beer. Especially if someone challenges you. I mean, come on. I do believe that we both shotgunned at least 2 or 3 beers in a row, like back to back. And again, I don't know if it was because of a challenge, we were trying to outdrink each other, or if it was because we were just trying to save time, or because we just wanted to get drunker. I don't know what the goal was at that point. I think it was a little bit of everything. But I distinctly remember finishing that last shotgun beer, and I was like seeing like quadruple. I was wasted, and I don't know if I should be talking about any of this on YouTube. I don't know what the rules are here, but I'm not monetizing any of this stuff anyway, so fuck it. I remember my brother telling me like, "Oh, you did it. You drank 22 beers." And I totally bought it. I'm like, "Oh my god, I did it." And then I actually Snapchatted my manager. I'm like, "Hey man, look what I did." Beer cans all over the kitchen, empty beer cans. And I accidentally sent it to my story, which was kind of embarrassing. But the kicker, the cherry on top of this whole story is that by the time we finished all our beers, and I had convinced myself that I drank 22 beers. Like, we were outside, and I had beer all over my face. My shirt was completely soaked, and I put my arm around my brother. I'm like, "I love you, man. You're my brother, and I love you." And like, we went back to the house, and I just gave him a big bear hug, and he was kind of cracking up. And then I just kind of like I waddled my way to the bathroom, and I peed, and then right after that, I just started puking, and then uh, and then I pretty much passed out, and that was it. That night, and of course I somehow made it to work the next day, completely hungover. I was like, oh. Me and my brother made this deal at one point that like we'll split the 22 beers, so we'll drink 11 beers each. But I'm like, I remember thinking to myself, no, like I'm not stopping here at 11, man. This party's just getting started. And that's when we started shotgunning beers, and then I puked. I told my manager what I had done. I told him the story, and he was like, "Well, you cheated technically because you're not supposed to do that, but it's understandable. Whatever. You're not about to, I don't expect you to drink 22 beers on your own." I went home that night or that day afterwards, and I saw all the empty beer cans. I don't even think we threw any of them out. They were still sitting there, and I was just like, "Damn, I don't know how I did that." And my keychain was like coated in beer because I was using my bottle opener thing on the keychain, because I have a bottle opener on my keychain. I was using that to I found my shirt somewhere. It was like, obviously beer was all over it. I don't even know if I had hung it up or anything. I might have just tossed it into the bathtub. And then that was it. And I think I didn't drink after that for a while. I was like really grossed out over beer for a long time. And yeah, that was actually, to be honest, the last time I drank like an excessive amount of beers that I can think of, which is good. I've been trying to cut back. But that's my story for today. The time I drank 22 beers, or at least attempted to drink 22 beers. So if you like this, thumb it up or whatever. Let me know if you want to hear any other stories. I have another video already planned out for tomorrow, which will probably be uploaded like next week sometime. But yeah, it's actually about depression. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. But yeah, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. So thank you guys once again very much for watching this. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, you know what to do. As always, I will see you next time. Later, Gators.